Neighbors gather and work some cattle today, so come with us while we catch our horses. First we got to get them a little grain. They're turned out on 40 acres with we've got colts and brood mares and our saddle horses out there. So get a little grain to get them into the catch pen. I wasn't going to ride her today, but if my other horse Jelly doesn't come in, I'll ride LT, I guess. Come on, Jelly.
To catch. Oh, we got Blossom, but we don't have the other three. Jelly, Jazzy or Dolly.
We got the horses we're going to ride for the day caught, and it's going to get them brushed. One day we'll get a hitching rail put in, but stock trailer works good since they got to go in it anyways. So she'll get them all brushed off and pretty, and I start saddling. This one's just a little kid saddle, but I always saddle from the offside so that we don't have to toss the cinch and breast collar and everything. So we got our horses loaded up and our crew in the back seat. We're gonna head to the neighbors. We've got two really good neighbors just down the road. It's kind of a community corral. It's on one guy's outfit, but the other neighbors use his corral all the time, and we do too. He's got to get his cows in, and we cart off his first calf heifers that are going to start calving up here in a couple of weeks, so they can bring them home and keep a better eye on them. They don't live right here. And the guy that lives here with the corral, he's going to do the same thing with his, and then gather in their replacement heifers that they've got turned out on the pivot so they can separate and go back to their places. Our cows, and then Dennis, the guy that lives here, he's got a couple of bulls in with his cows that he wants to get rid of. He's had them for a while. He just wants to get some more cows. They're short bulls, and so we're going to try to talk them out and take them to the sale next week and feed them for the winter. Usually we breed our cows and then take them to the sale for the breeding season. So we might even get to brand a few heifers that they got. We'll see. So we'll get some good video of the kids working cattle and maybe brand them. Here our son wanted to show everybody how he gets on his horse again. He was so excited. He got so many views on the first video. Now he wants us to videotape him every time. Got a big crew of kids today. So here, the lady that owns the cattle, she's riding into the group of them we've got worked into a little triangle pen, and she's going to part out her first calf heifers. They'll be 2-year-olds having their first calves, so they like to bring them home, put them in a smaller pen where they're closer to keep an eye on them, and they've got a barn they can run them in. So she's parting them out, and then
her husband, they're turning back on the sorrel horse. He's in the gate just to keep other cows coming, and I'm just hanging out in the corner to do my best to stay out of the way and help when I can. Jelly gets a little excited around cows. She can get kind of fresh and antsy and excited. She wants to go eat them up.
Taking a nap?
We had one heifer that just did not want to come out of the pen. Oh, this wasn't her though. She came out good. We had one that we kept fighting. She'd always just go back into the middle of the herd, so you'll see here in a little bit. We'll get her roped and drug out of there. And usually after that happens, I know last fall coming home with our heifers, there was one that we had to rope and drag out of the pen into the alley to load her in the truck. And boy, I tell you what, every time we go to move them or put them through a gate, she's the first one through the gate now. They learn that they can't just get away and hide, so they usually start going where they're supposed to go. There, Gary had a good headshot in the middle of the herd. It's kind of hard to get caught back up to her with all those big cows to get shortened up enough to then get her out the gate. Well, Gary's a pretty cool dude. That couple right there, they're both in their late 70s and still get horseback all the time.
Oh, yeah.
When we first moved to where we live now and started our little cow and horse operation, they were neighbors that pulled in and asked if we wanted to go help them one day, and they came back the next day, and we've just been with them, helping them, and they help us ever since. So here we got her right there to the gate. She just don't want to go through it. She's just fighting us so bad. She goes down up here, but we'll get the gate closed on her so that none of the other cows come back in here, as she's the last one that we need to get through this gate into the heifer pen. Jelly's pretty excited about cows, and then when they kind of come at her, she also gets nervous. We've been ran into and tipped over by bulls quite a few times. I usually use her to rope bulls, and they can get ornery, and she gets a little fractious around the cows. So rather than waiting for that heifer to get back up and then let her go down and try to do a heel shot, we thought we'd just jump off and take the rope off of her neck, since she was where she needed to be anyways. I was just thankful that she didn't feel like giving me a head tap.
Dad.
So here they had some big heifers that they traded for that we needed to brand. So you see we've got them head and heeled, and then just had one foot in the rope. So I ran up there and pulled on the tail, and if you pull it over the rope and then a guy's on the rope pulling the opposite direction and the person on the head end slips a little rope, it's easier to throw those big old cattle down on the ground. There's Amanda coming in with a good heel shot. here we're struggling a little bit. These heifers are over 700 pounds. So I just stay straining on that tail, and the girl on the horse on the head end starts side passing her horse over to help pull that calf over for me, and I jump on and I'll set the ropes on the front feet and spin around and set the ropes on the hind feet. Didn't have a big crew, and I was the youngest man there, so I was designated ground help. We're using a hot iron to put a brand on these cattle. That's how you identify who owns them and help prevent somebody else from stealing them.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It was a beautiful day here in southeast Oregon in the middle of January. There, this one went down way better. And then she tried to fight me, but I was able to be quick and roll her over, which ended up being good because the left side needed to be up. That's the side that these guys brand on. So it worked out slick. Our daughter's filming, and my phone is, when you zoom in, it gets blurry. So like I said in a previous video, we're working on updating our camera equipment, and if you guys stick with us, we'll get better. Here those legs are kind of together, and you want to put a little cross, kind of lay them over each other so that rope stays on there better so that it can't kick free and hurt somebody.
Good job, Mom.
That's looking good. You warmed up?
Here we had a heifer that had a bad eye that we had to rope to doctor her. Amanda had 2 feet, but she couldn't get to her horns quick enough, and that was a big old calf to just be running, so she lost a foot. So now we got to work a little bit harder, and Dennis wasn't there to help the other guy that's been helping me, but his daughter jumped off her horse real quick, and as you can see, once I had her down, I didn't want her to get back up, so I just kind of give her a little chokehold with my legs to keep her on the ground.
That eye's a lot better, huh? Just don't worry about it. Just right up to the top there. That's that son of a bitch that had that real bad eye.
So here Becky's going to give her some medicine in the eye, and I got down and pinched this heifer's nostrils with my thumb and finger. It's like a twitch for him. Just helps hold them still a little better because we're trying to get that medicine in her eye. She's got pink eye. It's not too terrible, so this shot of medicine, it should get her cleared up. And there at the end of the day, we turn the horses loose, and that's the horse I ride, Jelly. She's She's full of life. The man